If you clicked on this video, you're probably struggling with college or you're a high school student trying to figure it all out before it's too late. Hi, my name is Mario and I'm in my third year of studying physics and astrophysics at Trinity College Dublin. And today I wanted to share with you how I manage my time between college physics, spending time with my friends, maintaining my long distance relationship with my girlfriend, going to the gym, prioritizing sleep, working for the entrepreneurial society, learning machine learning, and uploading videos like this one to YouTube. I'm a bit overwhelmed already, so let's just stop for a second. So it's been a year and a half since the last time that I made a video where I wasn't running late to class, working on a research internship, cramming for the scholarship exams, or even doing the laundry. So for once, I am staying in my room for the entirety of this video. So this is the first video of a new series where I will be just sitting down and sharing with you the real side of my college journey, sharing my struggles as well as my learnings so that I can hopefully give you guys some advice and you don't have to make the same mistakes as I did. And today I wanted to talk to you about time, because when you're in college, time is worth everything. But first, let me give you some context as to why I'm making this video in the first place. So after I finished my December exams, I went back home to Spain to spend my winter holidays, and I decided to intentionally take a break from YouTube, not even bring my camera or anything. Exam season was already pretty traumatic, so I had to take some rest. But instead, I ended up going to a city in Spain to pass my driving license in 7 days. I started learning machine learning and completed quite a few courses, and I also attended a machine learning hackathon at the European Space Agency. And honestly, it felt great. I'm not gonna lie, I got my driver's license and I've learned machine learning, and even though it wasn't a real break, I realized that I am happiest when I feel like I am making progress. When I'm in college, I literally have no time to do these things, so I felt super incredibly proud. Especially people that know about my YouTube, they ask me, Mario, why do you even bother and not just focus on, getting good grades? Because yes, theoretically I could just focus on my academics and leave everything to a side, but that's not my style. So my first point is less is more. I have to be honest and tell you that I'm the typical guy that tries to find an app for everything. I never liked pen and paper when I was in school, and less even a pencil. Don't talk to me about a pencil. And thankfully I was born in the newer age where things can now be digital. So I've tried so many apps to try to improve my time management, being focused and letting distractions go. So I've tried many apps, from Todoist for making to-do lists, to Toggle Track for tracking your time on a specific task, to Notion, which is an all-in-one workspace, like literally anything you can do there, and Google Calendar, which is, typical digital calendar. And I ended up realizing that the simpler, the better it was for me. So nowadays I only use Google Calendar for organizing my day in blocks of time, and Notion for tracking my college assignments and my personal projects like my YouTube channel. I'll leave a link to my college Notion template. It's totally for free, so you can just check it out. And I've been using this since high school. Actually, this is a template from the first video that I made on my channel. So this leads me to my second point, which is don't overplan. You might have come across the saying that if you fail to prepare, you are preparing to fail. However, I believe that there is an extent to which overplanning can become a real problem. You can only plan to a certain extent, and after that, you're just wasting your time. So I've discovered that the best system for me is that one which requires me the least time to sustain. I don't take too much time planning and I just get started, and then the ability to adapt quickly and just figure it out as you go. So I find it to be a balance between unpreparedness and inaction. And if they are not balanced, then, it's worth nothing. Because if you plan but don't actually take action, your planning is worthless. On the other hand, if you don't plan, then your action is probably going to be worthless because there's no thought behind it. This takes me to my next point: to discover your own effective rhythm. So to illustrate this point, let me tell you a story from the recent exam season that we had. So basically, for those of you that don't know, I'm a big fan of Las Palmas, the football team. because my father is from there. He's from the island of Gran Canaria in Spain. There was a game taking place 2 days before starting my exams. I decided to watch the game. I watch it every single week. Why would I not watch it now? So I dedicated 2 hours to watching the game, sitting down in the sofa and just, you know, I would say chilling, but it was actually quite stressful. If I don't give myself the conditions that I usually have to try to move my attention into other things, I'll burn out, and then it will be way more problematic to get back into shape than to just lose 2 hours. Therefore, I truly believe it's super important to intentionally waste time. What for many people means wasting time, for me that's not wasting time. That's actually investing time in yourself so that you're able to run properly for a long term. So this carries me to my next point, which is to follow your instincts when they are on your side, but take over when they are against you. My way of thinking about this is based on Tim Urban's blog post and later TED Talk. I truly recommend that you watch it. It's a masterpiece. But yeah, for me, having drive is one of the most important things, if not the most important thing in whatever I do, to have a sense of urgency, to want to get it done. All this while making sure to avoid procrastination. So if you're feeling motivated, if you're feeling like, oh my gosh, today's the day, I'm gonna do this, then, you know, procrastination is not gonna be there. But then there are some days when you don't feel like it. Okay, so what do? Don't listen to your own instincts and take over when you're not feeling like it. It's super important to have a certain degree of discipline, to just show up and do things those times that you don't really feel like it. It also happens when I have to film my interview videos on campus, the Asking Trinity students. Those videos, I'm not gonna lie, I get like pretty anxious thinking, okay, and I now have to be like 2 hours around campus trying to find people that won't just say, what are you doing, bro? No, I don't want to do this. It's difficult. It's something that it takes some courage, but in the end, I'm super proud. Like, those videos are usually pretty cool, of like interactions with other students, and they're pretty useful for people coming into Trinity. How you watch the videos?
Oh yeah, sitting there like four weeks before my final exams, watching your videos, being like, this is what I'm working for.
You have to push yourself to do things that will make you happy in the end. Learn to say no by identifying the non-negotiable. If you don't schedule time for the things that you truly care about, most probably they won't happen. So back in high school, when I was in Spain, we read a book called Las Ataduras in Spanish class. So basically this means the bonds, like, you know, I'm bonded to something. And the book covered many short stories in which all the characters realized by the end of the story that either you choose your own things to bond yourself to attach yourself to, or life will choose for you. For example, I choose to make time for my girlfriend every day, and I do a FaceTime with her, and I also call my parents. It's something that I commit to and that I have to choose to do, because if not, it wouldn't be sustainable. Like, I couldn't maintain contact with my parents living abroad, and I would not be able to keep my long distance relationship with my girlfriend working if I didn't chat with her. I could dedicate this time to other things, and I would probably make more YouTube videos, I would get better grades, change the world or something. And I choose to attach myself to this. Some things that come up, I have to say no. I have to learn how to say no if these things don't properly align with my priorities. But obviously, I try to be flexible and like, oh, something happens, oh, let's just go and do that. Obviously, I let my girlfriend know. My parents will talk tomorrow, don't worry. Learn to say no. Like, the chance of saying no is important because when you get to uni, it's common that you get so many things going everywhere, societies, sports, nightlife, and it's easy to just say, hell yeah, like, I'll go. But then they start to pile up, and you start to realize that you're actually not getting enough time to do the things that you truly want to do in the first place. So I believe in adapting the things that pop up in your life to those non-negotiables. It's really important to set your priorities, especially in college when there's always something going on. And this leads me to my next point, which is to have passion projects to have some personal growth. Some people think of side projects as doing work outside of work, but I don't see it like that. It has always been something therapeutic for me as it allowed me to get doing other things that no one actually expected me to do. No one expects me to make these videos. Well, maybe some of you do at this point. To be able to have things on the side has always been pretty liberating. And it was something that I could go to when I wasn't feeling like studying or doing something that I was expected to do. Since I was 14, I've always had something going on the side. First started doing freelancing on Fiverr, and then I created a TikTok account, even making classes on Skillshare. Finally, in 2020, it led me to opening this YouTube channel and to start making videos, sharing my academic experience. I've met really interesting people thanks to YouTube, and helps me trying to push myself to do better at videography, at editing video. I do the thumbnails as well. For me, building something, whether it's a video, an idea, a skill that I want to learn, it makes me feel alive and excited to wake up and make some progress and learn and improve myself. And they actually really help me in avoiding burnout, which to some people will be like, okay, but if you're doing side projects when you should be resting, you're working, shouldn't that burn you out? Like, not at all, because as I say, it's not the same. It's not the same way that you look at it. It's not a job, it's not work, it's something that you do for yourself. And at this point, it's my side hustles, the ones that have given me the most interesting experiences, like filming for my friend who's a DJ, or through the Entrepreneur Society, I've been able to film interviews with Irish entrepreneurs, a guy that sold 2 companies to Google, a guy that was in Y Combinator, which is the most famous startup incubator in San Francisco. I always tell my girlfriend, if I didn't have side hustles, I'd be absolutely miserable. So if there were 3 things that I would like you to take from this video, it would be, first, to make time for the things that you truly want to do. Secondly, it's not about doing everything all at once, but it's about choosing what things to do at what time of the day, of the week. And last but not least, don't be afraid to waste time. Wasting time is literally one of the best things you can do. It gets you thinking, it may come up with your best ideas, and it'll give you the space to feel like yourself, to be happy, to be present, and to then get back to whatever you're doing, feeling more energized and motivated. So if you're like me and you feel an unstoppable desire to learn new things and discover new passions, then a great place to do so is Skillshare, who are kindly sponsoring this video. So as I told you, I've been learning machine learning for the past few months, and on the side I've been watching ᴅᴜ-ᴜᴜ's classes on Skillshare about coding and machine learning. He's a graduate from UC Berkeley, having worked in Tesla, Apple, and now in OpenAI. He's a really cool guy to learn from, so I'm really enjoying those classes. But yeah, Skillshare is the largest online learning community with classes on anything from art and design to business and marketing to technology and AI, and even videography, photography, and video editing. I myself learned how to edit videos through Skillshare by watching Ali Abdal's class on Final Cut Pro. If you're watching this video, it's thanks to Skillshare that I properly learned how to edit videos. So if you're one of the first 500 people to click the link in the description, you will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. During that time, you will be able to access all the classes they have on the platform. I recommend you to check out ᴅᴜ-ᴜᴜ's classes if you want to learn about coding and AI. I'll leave you some classes that I recommend over here right now. Basically, it's a really cool platform to be able to sustain lifelong learning and to learn different things that are outside of your domain. Make sure to check it out to support the channel. And thanks to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. And I hope that I also got you a bit closer to figuring out how to manage your time in college. Let me know what you guys think, if you have any wisdom to share, and also let me know any other topics that you may want me to cover in depth in these kind of videos, more relaxed and just talking to camera, more raw and less edited. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.